Service. Leave your truck in the hands of those who know diesel engines. Landon's Diesel Service at 540 South 300 West in Price. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Jordan Buscarini and Travis Anderson.
Welcome into Emery High School basketball. It's here on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM, and also on our YouTube channel, Castle Country Radio Emery. We have an exciting one tonight as we are back at the Spartan Center. It's the first of two matchups this season between the Lady Spartans and the Lady Dinos. Travis, it's always fun when these two teams get together. For those who are joining us on our YouTube channel, right now we have the matchup of the JV game with about 17 seconds left. Emery up 63-53, and then we'll start previewing tonight's game of the varsity level. It is an important one. Emery looking to get back into the win column. They have not played since December 19th. Welcome to 2025.
It's been a while since I played. Like you said, got to get back in the win column. Comes tonight against a team that's really injury-riddled, struggling. The Carbon Dinos, your rival. And you get them right here on your home floor to try to get back into the win column. Yeah, it was one of those long breaks, and we talked with Coach Famalo about this earlier today on Drive Time Sports. And I said, Coach, how about the break? Was it needed? And he said, yeah, I think it was. He said, I think it was. I think it was needed. We can make the argument that Emery played their best game right before going into the Christmas break, a 2-point loss to the Canyon View Falcons, who are currently the number 3 ranked team in the classification. So not a bad performance for the Lady Spartans, and we'll see if they can carry that over into tonight's game. No, they really battled so toughness in that game, a game that they probably could have won.
They could have.
And they maybe should have won that game. They really played a really clean game, and they're going to have to come out tonight, play clean again, not turn the ball over. This team can physically match up. They can dominate down low, and they got some shooters around the perimeter. So that's going to be there for them to knock down some outside shots.
So tonight's game, it's Emery entering at a record of 5-8 overall, 2-2 in region play. Carbon at 2-10 overall, still in search of their first league victory. The Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. It's off and rolling here on 107.3 FM, 750 AM. You'll hear from head coach John Famalo when we return.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
Emery High School basketball on KOAL 107.3 FM at 7:50 a.m. Diesel engines, Landon's Diesel Service at 540 South 300 West in Price.
Welcome back into the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. It's here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 7:50 a.m. I'm Jordan Buscarini. We'll be joined momentarily by Travis Anderson as we continue to count down the moments to tip off. It's a big one, rivalry week, and tonight the Emery Lady Spartans playing host to the Carbon Lady Dinos. Two teams that come in on opposite ends of the spectrum. Emery sitting 2-2 right now in league play and 5-8 overall. Carbon on the flip side still in search of their first division win as they sit 0-3. But 2-10 overall on the season. It's also around this time of the year that you start paying attention to the RPI. And good news for both teams, Region 12 is well represented right now in the RPI. In fact, right now the number 2 team is Canyon View, number 4 is Richfield, 5 Juab, Emery would be 8, North St. Pete 9, and Delta 10. As we speak, Carbon is on the outside looking in, currently ranked number 16. Another team throughout the region that is higher than Carbon at the moment is Manti at number 12. The RPI definitely plays a big factor over the final 5 weeks of the season. That was a topic of conversation earlier today with head coach John Famalo. We also talked about the last time the girls were out on the court. That was December 19th in a loss to the Canyon View Falcons. And, of course, we talked about the atmosphere of tonight's rivalry matchup. And, Coach, as always, it's a pleasure to get you on.
Hey, appreciate you having me on, Jordan.
Yeah, definitely, Coach. We get set for the second half of the season. We are about a month away from wrapping up the regular season. In fact, a month exactly when we take a look at tonight's matchup. It is a big one, Coach, but before we get into that, we can talk about the long layoff because that's exactly what it was. I mean, the girls have not played a game since December 19th, and now it's time to get back at it.
Yeah, it has been a long layoff, and it's been a good one just for the fact it's allowed us to clean up some things, do some things, that add some things in there that we hadn't had time to. Just seemed like as soon as we had tryouts, we played probably a week later, and we've been playing ever since. And then we had that last game at Canyon View and a big break, and so it's been a nice break. But at the same time, it's allowed us to do a lot of things, clean up a lot of things, and take care of some things that you just don't have time for when you have a game every other day. And so it's been nice to be able to have that break.
Yeah, Coach, as far as that goes, I mean, we go back to the very last game that you guys did play back on the 19th, and it was kind of a heartbreaker, a 2-point loss to Canyon View. It's a tough place to go and get a win. It doesn't matter what sport we're talking about. And so I do believe, though, that's a pretty good gauge, right? Because the team managed to score a lot of points. You guys put together a brilliant second half. And, I mean, I don't know if you would agree, but it seems like it was one of the most complete second halves that you guys have played so far this season.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. I mean, we just kind of hung around. I mean, they stretched it there at the beginning of that third, but girls continued to battle and got after defensively, got some stops and made some big shots. And, I felt like, it's probably one of the best part, one of the better halves we've had, second halves we've had and played throughout the year. So, unfortunately, we just came up a little bit short, but kind of show the potential that these girls have, and looking forward to kind of hopefully picking up from where we left off.
And when you talk about that long break and trying to get things figured out, I know continuity is always an important thing. And going into this point in time in the season, I mean, health is obviously very important because the basketball season is such a grind. And so I would assume that also gave you guys an opportunity to kind of heal up and gain a little bit more of that continuity, right? I mean, I guess that's typically what you could use that big break for.
Yeah, for sure. Giving girls a rest and some that are a little banged up, it helps to have that extra time to be able to do that. So, yeah, it's certainly was a good timing for us.
I'm jumping all over the place. I guess we can go back to that Canyon View game one more time. As I called it a gauge game, Coach, it also was against a team that is ranked number 2 right now in the RPI. And so I know Grantsville's undefeated, 12-0. We don't really need to pay attention to those guys. But when you take a look at what this region has in store, you guys did battle with the top team in the division, at least according to the RPI, and you guys took them to the brink on their court. So for a gauge game, I don't know if you could ask for much more.
Yeah, no, I think for us it was one of those. We know they're a tough team going on the road. Right before the break was, a little bit of a challenge, but I think the girls stepped up to it. And like I say, it's a good gauge to kind of see where we're at and what we need to work on. And, they're a really good team. And so I think that, it's give us a little bit of promise to know that we get them back at home. Hopefully they continue to win, and got a few other teams ahead of us in the RPI in our region that, hopefully allow us to jump up the scale a little bit if we can get some wins strapped together.
Region-wise, Richfield, Canyon View, Juab, I mean, we've had a pretty good look now at this division, Coach, up to this point in time of the year. And as you mentioned, we can talk about the RPI in a moment. But when we look at the region, I mean, are those the teams that I don't want to say we're gunning for, but those are going to be the steepest competition in region? Is that fair to say those are the 3 top teams?
Yeah. Both. I think it's one of those. That's what we're gauging right now, what we got to do to take care of business. And I think you're right. Those are probably the 2 top or 3 top teams and the ones ahead of us. And like I say, it's a good thing to get them here, and gives us an opportunity to hopefully, like you say, jump up in that RPI if we can get some wins.
I was talking to Coach Justice about the RPI earlier this week, and you have I guess the benefit of having such a big region is a lot of the times, a lot of these teams are going to be ranked inside that top 10. And so the second half of the season, you can really make some hay. We saw it in football, right? I mean, when you play against teams that are in that upper echelon of that RPI, you don't typically get as penalized for a loss, but you do get rewarded for wins.
Yeah, and that's the key. Like I say, if you can steal a win and get a win against one of those upper teams, that allows you to hopefully help you jump some of these other teams ahead of you. And so, yeah, I look at it as an opportunity. You look at some of those teams in that top 10 that you get to play as, if we can knock them off, it hopefully position us to when we get into the playoffs.
Again, joining us right now, Coach John Famalo, as we talk about the Emery Lady Spartan basketball team. Coach, tonight, game against Carbon, and I say this every time I talk to you about a game against Carbon. If it's Coach Justice, if we're talking football, I mean, it's loud. It's going to be well attended. And to quote Coach Jeffs from years ago, he said it's the closest simulation to a state championship atmosphere. That's what you get with this game.
Yeah, for sure. Like I say, both teams are kind of in the same boat of trying to get some wins and some well-needed wins. And again, it's a rivalry game. And so, like I say, it's a good atmosphere, and I look forward to a good game, and I'm sure they're gearing up for us, and we're doing the same. And so, hopefully, we can show up to play.
It's true that you can throw out records whenever we have a rivalry game, right? I mean, it's just different.
Yeah, no, I mean that's it's hard to look at those the records when you got 2 teams that are rivals, and it just seems like it's a different atmosphere, and girls seem to they'd say play harder, but it just seems like there's more at stake for some reason, and it just makes for a fun atmosphere.
This is a different look as far as Carbon is concerned, based off of coaching staff and someone new over there, Coach Blank, who I know is well known throughout the local area. But, Coach, when you watch this Carbon team, and I don't know how much tape you have watched on them yet, but how different are they from what you've seen in years past from a philosophy standpoint?
Not much. I can see, running that 1-2-2, and they get after it defensively. They've got some talent, and so what he's running is similar to what they've run in the past, and so I don't see a whole lot of differences. I think he gets his girls to play hard, just like Cammie did, and so I think it's just one of those. We got to make sure we're ready. Like I say, we watched film on them and got a pretty good feel of what they're trying to do, and we got to try to take away their weapons. The Jensen girl's a phenomenal player, and Curtis girl's a battler, and so we got to try to take care of those two weapons they have, and see what we can do to neutralize them and get our offensive going.
When we look at what you have, Coach, going out on the court tonight and looking at some of those matchups, and we start by talking about Caitlin Nielsen, I think. I've enjoyed watching Caitlin just compete really her entire career. It doesn't matter what sport, even if we're talking on the softball field. She is the ultimate competitor. In games like this, I love watching those ultimate competitors. This is where it gets really fun.
Yeah, I mean, she gets after it. Doesn't matter what she's playing, but I mean, for us, she plays hard. She's probably logged the most minutes we've had on the team, but I think she just keeps going and going. She doesn't seem like she gets tired, and she's giving it everything she's got. And like I say, I think she's going to step up tonight and hopefully have a good game.
When you play a game like this at home, Coach, how much of an advantage is that?
Like I say, I think these schools are so close, and both teams travel well, and so. But it's nice to be in some familiar, territory so far as shooting and things like that. I think that's where you get the advantage. Just used to being in that gym and shooting and your surroundings. So I think that's the biggest thing, and hopefully we get a crowd, and hopefully they bring a crowd, and it's, like I say, I'm looking forward to it.
Coach, I do want to get some perspective on the way you guys have played on both sides of the ball so far this season. And we can start on the offensive side. I mean, anyone that just looks at a box score or goes through statistics on the season, one thing that's very apparent with this team, it's very well balanced right offensively. I mean, obviously, Kate, as we just talked about, she's averaging double figures, but I believe she's the only one. And when you talk about a team that's averaging close to 50 or so points per game, and you only have one player in double figures, you've gotten balance out of this roster.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of different girls that can score, and we've had to rely on that. I mean, Caitlin's kind of carried the share of it, but we've had a lot of different girls step up and make some shots for us. We struggle at times offensively. If Caitlin's struggling, we kind of struggle, but at the same time, I think if we get after it defensively, that kind of seems to take care of our offense, and so that's kind of the biggest key for us is we got to get after it defensively and early and often, because sometimes we kind of dig ourselves a little bit of a hole sitting back, and after a lot of these games, the Richfield game, the Canview game, kind of dug some holes early in the first half and had to dig our way out. Sometimes in both of those cases, a little too late. In the Manti case, we were able to finish it, and so I'm hoping we can have a full, complete game, and that's one thing I think we got going for us is that we haven't played a complete game yet, I don't think, and so hopefully we can get that put together against Carbon and moving forward.
Coach, it's always fun to get you on, always fun to talk about the girls. I appreciate the time, and we'll see you at the game tonight.
Hey, I appreciate it, Jordan. Thank you.
That's Emery Lady Spartan basketball coach John Famalo talking about tonight's game. Counting down the moments to tip off. It's Carbon, it's Emery, and we are live from the Spartan Center in Castle Dale. Also online at castlecountryradio.com, on our YouTube channel, Castle Country Radio Emery. We're going to pause for just a moment. Plenty more coming up, including the starting lineups. It's Emery High School basketball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Imagine stepping foot into your dream home. The scent of fresh paint and the feel of plush carpet under your feet. Hi, this is Greg at the Driggs Mortgage Team. We make that dream come to life with our expert guidance and personalized financing solutions. Now closer to you at our new location in 23 South Carbon Avenue, Suite 21 in Price, because when it comes to financing your home, there's simply no substitute for experience.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
My son and daughter both play sports, a lot of sports, and with that can come injuries, bruises, sprains, and unfortunately breaks. That's why we use Eastern Utah Imaging. They're a convenient and local option for imaging and an important part of a student-athlete's team.
Eastern Utah Imaging for high-quality, affordable MRI and X-ray services. Many quick scans take 30 minutes or less. You can call for an appointment or ask your doctor to refer you to Eastern Utah Imaging, North Fairgrounds Road in Price. Call 636 X-ray. That's 636-9729.
Welcome to JN Auto, where your dream car awaits. With over 100 vehicles in stock, from trucks to SUVs and everything in between, we've got the perfect ride just for you. And our full service department ensures your vehicle stays in top shape long after you drive off the lot. Can't find your ideal car? No worries, we'll hunt it down for you. Discover the JN Auto difference today.
At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
Emery High School basketball on KOAL 107.3 FM at 7:50 a.m.
And with that, I also want to bring in the viewing audience on our YouTube channel, Castle Country Radio Emery. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Carbon Lady Dinos. Tonight, we'll see number 3, Becca Swayze. Swayze will be joined by number 11, Bailey Curtis. Also in the starting lineup, number 13, JC Jensen. She's been a handful for everyone all season long, leading scorer on the team, averaging 14 per tilt. Also getting the start, number 14, Bailey Johnson, and number 24, Sage Villa. That's the starting 5 for the Carbon Lady Dinos. We now take a look at the starting 5 for the Emery Lady Spartans. Out of the backcourt, number 1, Callie Jensen. She'll be joined by number 11, Cabry Gordon. Also getting the start, Sharpshooter off of the wing, number 35, Sage Curtis. At the 4, number 14, Skyly Guyman. And at center, number 22, Caitlin Nielsen. That's the starting lineup for the Emery Lady Spartans, who will be wearing their home white uniforms. Emery, of course, coached by head coach John Famalo. He's in year 3, enters tonight with a record of 31-28. Remember last year, the Lady Spartans were second. They were the runner-up at the 3A state championship. Head coach Jordan Blank for the Carbon Dinos. He is in year 1.
Yeah, this game has a lot of energy. It's a lot of fun to be a part of. The Carbon Dino section to our left, the Emery to the right. It's time to play some basketball.
It's always a big crowd here at the Spartan Center. To quote one of my favorite coaches of all time, head coach Todd Jeffs, you can't simulate a state championship any more than this. It's got that vibe to it. It's got that excitement to it. And now we are just about set to go. Tipping off at midcourt, Bailey Curtis for Carbon, Caitlin Nielsen for Emery. Emery's going to be moving right to left on the radio dial. There's the tip, and it is controlled by Carbon in the backcourt. Bailey Johnson picks it up and gives it off now to J.C. Jensen. We are underway here at the Spartan Center. Lady Dinos holding the basketball around the perimeter, and an early turnover. Jensen wanted to get the ball to Johnson, and it goes out of bounds.
That's an area where the Dinos have struggled. They've turned the ball over extremely high early on in the season. So coming into this game, you have to limit those turnovers.
Emery bringing the ball around. Now Nielsen out of the high post. Goes cross-court, three-point shot. Sage Curtis knocks it down. I talk about Sage being a sharpshooter for Emery. Travis, first possession, 30 seconds in. Boom, out of the corner.
Got a lot of space. They don't cover the three-point line. They give up a three.
Emery's going to bring the press. Carbon's able to break it. Then a turnover down low. Gordon had the steal and stepped on the baseline. Cabry snuck in, back door, and pickpocket steal. Taking the ball away from Becca Swayze, but Carbon's going to get the ball back at a fresh 35.
Again, a reckless attempt at trying to make a pass, and it was almost another turnover.
3-0 Emery with the lead. Jensen dribbles into the high post, throws it away. A second turnover for the Lady Dinos. Third turnover, excuse me. And now Emery's going to push. Curtis thought about another three-point shot, thinks otherwise. Holds his 1 minute is gone now here in the opening quarter. Now to Callie Jensen. Callie, high entry pass down low to Caitlin Nielsen. Shot is no good, but Kate will go to the line to shoot 2 as she draws the foul. The high degree of difficulty on that pass that was just made by Callie Jensen. Going over the top of the defense.
The pass is pinpoint. It has to be pinpoint or it's picked off, and it goes right over the top. Kate does a good job of controlling it, and then going through the contact to get to the free throw line, knocks down the first attempt.
Knocks down the first foul shot. That makes it 4-0. Second shot for Kate, also good. So she's got 2 in the ball game, and Emery's opened up a 5-0 lead, and they are going to stick to the press. Carbon struggling with it. Ball is on the ground, and another turnover for Carbon.
This is what you do to teams that have problems holding onto the basketball. You trap them, you force the issue, they force a turnover.
4 turnovers already for Carbon. So Emery's defense trying to send a message early. Sage with the inbounds, gets it into Caitlin Nielsen. Nielsen, trap, kicks it out. Gordon goes cross court. Curtis, right corner 3 on the way. That one is short. Fighting for the rebound down low. Guyman comes up with it for Emery. So a second opportunity with a fresh 35 for the Lady Spartans. Scores 5-0 Emery. Curtis with the ball off of the right wing. Goes top of the key to Jensen. Now to the high post. Guyman to Nielsen. Kick out. Gordon, left corner 3. Wide open. Spins in and out. Nielsen with the offensive rebound. Throws it into the backcourt. This will be a turnover. A chance for Carbon to strike. No good. Miss at the basket by Bailey Johnson. But you want to talk about hustle. Bailey was all out to get that loose ball. Had a shot at the rim. Could not convert. Foul is called, and J.C. Jensen will go to the line. A lot of action in this one early.
What a hustle play by Bailey to get down there, track that ball down, and then get a shot attempt at the rim where you as a team can get an offensive rebound. They do get an offensive rebound, and they get a point off of it at the free throw line.
Jensen knocks down the first foul shot. That gets rid of the goose egg for Carbon with 6:20 to play in the opening quarter. Second shot for JC on the way. No good. Missed it off to the right. A rebound. And Bailey Curtis lost it off her knee.
But on the other end, Emery They want the possession back because they had a layup. Instead, they throw back up towards the top. It's too high, and it goes to the backcourt with the turnover, and the Dinos track it down and get their first point of the night.
6:13 left in the first. It's 5-1. Emery with a 4-point advantage. Jensen with the ball. Callie creates a little bit of space. Goes to Curtis. That pass too hot to handle. Out of bounds. It ends up in the first row. And so the ball will go back to the Lady Dinos. Both teams struggling with turnovers on the early going. Emery's going to stick with the press. They're not going to allow Carbon to get any inch of this court free.
All Curtis has to do is leave the three-point line, come towards the ball.
Another turnover for Carbon. Emery with the ball moving the other way. Jensen to Curtis. Another three. This one just short. Rebound down low by Bailey Curtis. Curtis gives it off now to Jensen. JC surveying the floor. Crosses midcourt with 5:47 to play in the first. Three-point shot by Johnson, an air ball. She was a couple of feet behind the three-point line, and it goes out of bounds.
It's an attempt in traffic. It's an attempt in the half court. It's rush. It's too deep. Has no chance. It sells out of bounds. But the way the Dinos are going to play the Spartans, they're going to get an awful good looks from the three-point line. A bunch of them.
Emery ball, three-point shot. Curtis, no good. Knocked down her first, has missed the last few attempts. And Carbon with a defensive rebound.
And they're going to let him huck from the three-point line.
5-1 Emery. Nearly 3 minutes gone by here in the opening quarter. Jensen with the basketball, goes crossover, now goes top of the key. Holding it's Bailey Johnson, back to Jensen. Johnson missed a three a moment ago, swings it left side, holding it Swayze. Into the high post, shot by Sage Villa is off of the mark, but she draws the foul. Contact coming from behind and more foul shots coming for Carbon, where they are 1 of 2 so far in this game.
Pocket pass right into the soft spot of the defense, and a foul. Free throws, and that's where the Dinos have got the point so far at the free throw line. Missed that one.
First shot is off. First personal foul against Callie Jensen. 2 team fouls for Emery, 1 for Carbon. Second shot on the way, no good. Carbon 1 of 4 from the stripe to get things moving. Crucial misses so far. Jensen brings the ball up, goes to Curtis over the right side. Carbon playing an active defense. Right as I say that, a cross-court pass, and it was nearly another turnover. Both teams a little careless with the basketball. Foul was called against Bailey Johnson. Bailey playing aggressive, made some contact. 4:57 to play in the first. 2 team fouls for Carbon. It's Emery ball.
Both teams just pressing too hard right now.
Playing heavy defense.
Yeah, they're playing heavy defense. They are just, both teams forcing it just a little bit in this game. It's a tight game. It's a rival game, so you know it's going to happen.
Inside the paint. Shot is off the mark. Carbon with a defensive board, a push up now to Bailey Johnson. Johnson a 2-on-2, goes down right low block, shot at the rim is off the mark, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Emery. So Carbon still looking for their first field goal. 4:46 in the first, 5-1 Emery with the lead. And Lady Dinos have had a couple of opportunities, just haven't been able to come up.
Bailey could just never get control to get that shovel pass to the left-hand side for a layup.
JC Jensen looking to get her first shot off. Passes it off, mid-range jumper, no good, a miss by Johnson. Rebound to Caitlin Nielsen. Gives it up now to Callie. Callie wants to push it, goes to Curtis, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson, and Bailey is flying all over the place. Bailey Johnson for Carbon on the defensive side of the floor.
Both teams going fast. Both teams having problems trying to find the passing lanes. Both teams turning the ball over.
What a great environment here at the Spartan Center. Caitlin Nielsen goes hard to the basket and draws a foul against Bailey Curtis. So now Caitlin Nielsen will go to the line for the second time tonight. She's a perfect 2 of 2 at the stripe. That stops the clock at 4:24 to play in the first. Carbon with one more foul to give over the back half of the quarter.
Caitlin's really good at finding positioning, getting to the block, and then finding a body and drawing contact on that body.
She is one of the most fierce competitors you will see. And she has a perfect 4 of 4 at the stripe. She's got 4 points. And Emery's extended that lead 7-1.
Lane violation.
So we'll get rid of it. It's the second time we've seen this. So I believe they will take that point off of the scoreboard. They will. Now Carbon trying to push in the full court press, and Emery forces yet another turnover. 6-1 should be the score. Callie Jensen in the paint. Scoop shot layup, no good, and a foul called against Emery. So we have 3 team fouls apiece. And I believe that's Callie Jensen, and if that is the case, it'll be her second personal.
Yeah, the missed layup attempt, then fighting through to try to get the loose ball. Two-handsy, the push on the offensive rebound attempt, commits the foul. 3 team fouls apiece.
Megan Stilson comes into the game for Emery. And another turnover, and Stilson has her first bucket immediately. Timeout taken by Carbon. Emery really imposing their will defensively. It's 8-1. We have 3:53 to play in the opening quarter. 30-second timeout taken by the Lady Dinos. We will keep it here. But how about that? Callie Jensen leaves the game with her second personal. Megan Stilson comes in, forces the turnover, and it's an easy layup for 2.
Yeah, the trap in the backcourt once again leads to a turnover, which gets the Spartans 2 points on the trap and off the turnover. The Dinos have to do a better job of controlling the basketball, finding the safe spot in that trap, and then move the ball up the court. Right now they can't. They're turning the ball over, and Emery's feeding off of it, getting points.
It's been an entertaining one so far. Carbon just needs to get the ball moving. Coach Jordan Blank talking today on KOAL's Drive Time Sports. He said, we struggle shooting the ball early. We got to put 4 quarters together. Talked about the importance of starting fast in this game. Travis, the offense has got to get moving.
Yeah, the offense has to get going because you're going to dig yourself such a giant hole, and there's no way you're going to get out of that hole.
Emery's going to stick with the press. 1-2-2, and once again a turnover. Nielsen comes up with a steal and gets it to Gordon. Gordon to Stilson, moves it right side to Curtis. Sage is holding. Goes back to Megan Stilson. Back to Curtis for 3, no good. She's missed 4 straight since knocking down the opening jumper. Another rebound down low for Emery as Skyly Guyman has been a beast on the board so far. Reach-in foul called against Carbon. It's been called tight so far in this game, Travis.
Really has. Could have had a foul over the back on the offensive rebound. Instead, they let the clear out come out, and then Bailey picks up the foul. 4th team foul.
Bailey Johnson will go to the bench. Checking in is Saren Nelson for the Lady Dinos. Still 8-1 Emery. 3:29 to play in the first quarter. Stilson with the ball around the volleyball line. Goes now to Curtis over the right side. High picks up by Guyman, who floats to the basket. Curtis holds. 22 on the shot clock. Emery taking their time. Curtis another 3. This time she knocks it down. Her second triple of the ball game, and Emery's open up an 11-1 lead. Full court press. Carbon's able to break it. Ferguson this time able to push it into the front court. Back to Nelson to Ferguson. Jensen, head fake, top of the key, goes back to the corner. They want to get it to Curtis down low. They do. Double teamed. Errant shot, no good. Great interior defense by Emery.
That plays right in the hands. This is what Emery wants you to do, is take those shots because they know they've got you defensively.
Stilson drives hard, shot no good. Nilsson with a rebound, and Kate now with 5 points in the ball game, and it's 13-1 Emery.
Touch foul in the backcourt, but the offensive rebounding early on, Emery doing a good job of crashing hard to get to the loose balls, and then they're getting second chance opportunities.
Second personal foul on Cabry Gordon. And so she'll be coming out of the game with the next dead ball as the entire backcourt for Emery hit with 2 personal fouls to get things moving.
Yeah, the referee's going to keep this game in check. It's going to be tight.
Shot no good. A rebound to Caitlin Nilsson. Carbon right now with a different look as well. Maddie Ferguson out on the court along with Nilsson. Bounce pass down low to Caitlin. Nilsson foul and 1.
It's a great pass. It's pinpoint. It's through traffic. Leads to 2 points.
Chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. 13-1 Emery.
I mean, that lane to squeeze that ball through is so tight, and it gets through.
So Emery will go to the bench. Carly Hurst is coming to the game along with Jabry Sharp. And 1 is good. Caitlin's been an ace at the foul line so far in this game. She's got 8 out of the 16 points. It's 16-1 Emery, and Carbon has yet another turnover.
It's so hard to play under control when the trap comes and then everything speeds up internally. So you think, I have to get rid of the ball. And that's what happens is you get rid of the ball, but you throw it out of bounds.
Stilson brings it up for Emery. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Down low to Nielsen. Caitlin Nielsen again. She is putting together just a brilliant 8 minutes of basketball to get things moving. Emery's going to stick in the press. Carbon has not had a lot of success with it. This time they're able to break it. Moving into the front court, it's Emma Bowman. Bowman gives it off right side of J.C. Jensen. Tried to split the defense, and a foul is called away from the basket. That's a terrific move by Jensen. They call that on Sage Curtis. That's her first personal. J.C. will go back to the line. She's got the only point of this game for Carbon.
Yeah, Curtis just up top, just slides over, and I think it's because the knee was out just a little bit extended.
It's the fifth personal for Emery. Fifth team foul, I should say. And so foul shots for Carbon as J.C. knocks down the first. Second shot on its way, no good. Carbon struggling at the stripe. Rebound by Sharp.
But that's how you slow things down, is getting to the free throw line.
It's important, no question.
Especially on the road.
Trying to go inside of the high post, a turnover for Emery, and now the Lady Dinos can push. Maddie Ferguson with the ball to J.C. Jensen. Open three-point shot up, missed everything. Ball is loose, corralled by Curtis. We're down to $1:20 in the first. It's 18-2. Emery right now with the advantage. Another turnover for the Lady Spartans. Tussle for the ball, and if it's a jump, it'll go back to Emery. Let's see if it's a foul. Nope, they call a jump. So Emery's going to get possession with 1:13 of the first.
Just slow it down if you're Emery. Play under control. That one right there, that's a hard pass. It's too far from the basket to try to fit in traffic.
Addie Hurst now comes into the ball game for Emery, and so a completely different look for the Lady Spartans outside of Caitlin Nielsen, the lone starter out on the floor. 1:10 left, 18-2 Emery. Top of the key, straightaway three on the way, no good. Rebound down low by Carly Hurst, lost the basketball. Carbon wants to run, they have numbers. Ferguson ahead of the pack, swatted at the rim and a foul called. Megan Stilson thought she had a clean block, definitely got Ferguson with the body. And the Lady Dinos will go back to the stripe where they have their only 2 points.
That she timed it, she just got up into the body just a little bit.
Yep. I think it was a clean block, but as you called it, with the body, and that's where she's whistled. Ferguson to the line, misses the first shot.
Free throws.
It's been Carbon's opportunity to get some points on the board. Second shot, good. 18-3. So J.C. Jensen with 2, Maddie Ferguson with 1 as we get to the final 55 seconds of a dominating quarter for the Lady Spartans. Off the right side, it's Hurst. Hurst goes top of the key to Nielsen. She'll try a three-point shot. It's blocked, but a late foul called against J.C. Jensen. And there's no argument from J.C. She obviously got Caitlin on the wrist.
So she's not straight up and down. She's on the side. And anytime you're on the side like that, you're going to clip somebody. And she clips her at the three-point line.
Caitlin, perfect at the line, knocks down another. It's 19-3.
Just trying to make a play, trying to contest, and you come across the body and get her on the side.
It's 11 points for Caitlin in the first quarter, make it 12.
She's not going to miss free throws. Perfect.
She better not now after you said that. The old broadcaster jinx. Let's see if you can avoid it. Shot is up, and it's no good.
It's my fault.
Rebound to Emery. They'll get a fresh 35 out of it. And a chance for a potential 4-point possession. Stilson kicks it to the corner. Head fake, three-point shot on the way, no good. Hurst with a miss. Nelson with a rebound for Carbon. Shot clock turned off, we're down to 30 ticks. Nelson brings it up. Gives it back to JC, who goes left side to Ferguson. Ferguson with a lob. Bowman goes back to Ferguson. Quick swing to Jensen, now to Nelson. Emery very active defensively. There's the first field goal for the Lady Dinos. Harley Hopes puts it in. Out of the high post, and it's 20-5. The lead is 15. 10 seconds left in the first. Addie Hurst bounce pass to Nielsen down low. Shot at the rim, no good, but a foul called against Hopes, and Nielsen will go back to the foul line. There's 3.5 left in the first. Both teams well over the 5 limit. So it doesn't really matter if it was a shooting foul or not. Caitlin's first foul shot is good. So coming out is Emma Bowman. Into the game is Elsie Morley for the Lady Dinos. Second shot for Nielsen, no good. She's missed 2 out of her last 3, and that will take us to the end of the quarter as Carbon's not able to get the ball up floor. Well, it was a dominating quarter for the Lady Spartans, a fast-moving quarter. They'll take a 21-5 lead into the second. It's Emery High School basketball on 107.3 FM, 750 AM. Also on our YouTube channel, Castle Country Radio Emery.
Whether it is for your personal vehicle or a work truck, Toppet Pickup Covers has what you are looking for to either dress your truck up or protect your belongings. Low-profile covers from Truxedo, paint-matched fiberglass toppers from ARE, or full utility covers and bed slides. Toppet also has the best warranty that you will find in the market. Toppet Pickup Covers, on the west side of I-15, off the 400 South exit in Springville.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
The Spartans play here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
We get set for the second quarter. All Emery through 8 minutes of this ball game. They lead 21-5. Travis, just one field goal for Carbon in that first quarter.
Yeah, they struggle to get anything going offensively. They're turning the ball over, which doesn't allow them to get into any offensive sets. And when they do, they're taking some wild attempts at the basket.
Let's not forget 13 points in that first quarter from Caitlin Nilsson, who did it from all over the floor. Also able to get to the foul line.
She does a really good job of just fighting for position, gets to the block, and then if she's starting on the right, she does a great job of sweeping across, getting to the left-hand side, or vice versa.
We start this quarter. Aaliyah Cowley will come in the middle for Emery. Up top, Megan Stilson, who was given some solid moments. Also, Addie Hurst. Down low, Carly Hurst. And then on the flip side of Hurst, Jabri Sharp. That's the 5 for Emery. And a turnover for Carbon as they try to get things moving out of the high post. Emery's going to push in transition. Drive to the basket, shot at the rim, no good, but a foul called. And Addie Hurst will go to the line to shoot 2 with 7:43 to play here in the second quarter.
They get the defense off balance, and they're out of position, so you go straight into the body, draw the contact, get to the foul line.
Now, this Carbon lineup did show a little life at the end of the first quarter. J.C. Jensen out there with Maddie Ferguson and Harley Hopes. Sarah Nelson is out on the floor as well, and also going with Elsie Morley as the first foul shot for Addie Hurst is good. Extends Emery's lead to 16, excuse me. Second shot is no good. Now Carbon's going to push the other direction. Right side, holding Bailey Johnson, who was checked back into the ball game as Sarah Nelson goes to the bench, and we have a jump ball.
Possession should be Emery. Carbon started the quarter with the ball.
Score should be 22-6, correct?
Missed the free throw. What was it after one?
It was 21-6. Went 1-1 at the foul line, right?
Should be 22.
Well, 7 minutes and 23 seconds to play here in the second. Scoreboard shows 21-6. Callie in the paint. Shot at the rim is no good. Now a battle for the ball. Emery gets the offensive rebound. Trying to go back into Callie. It's a turnover. Ball's picked up by Ferguson. Out of poked away from behind. And now Emery moving in the other direction. Stilson splits 2 defenders, foul, and 1. What a play by Megan Stilson.
She goes up through the contact and then spins it and gets it off the glass, up and in.
Chance for the three-point play. The shot is up, and it is no good. So now Emery struggling at the foul line. 1 minute gone by. Dino basketball. Jensen, reach-in foul called against Emery. I believe the guilty party was, no, I was going to say Carly Hurst, but instead they kill it on Stilson.
Yeah, Stilson clipped her from behind, up top.
We have subs for both teams coming into the game. Ellie Stilson will check in for Emery as Coach Famalo has really gone deep into the bench. And for Carbon, Bailey Curtis comes back in. So Curtis and Johnson out on the floor with J.C. Jensen, Morley, and Ferguson. That's the 5 for Carbon. 3-point shot, no good. Johnson with a miss. Rebound grabbed by Emery. Sharp wanted to push it. Turnover. Carbon now moving the other direction. Inside shot at the rim. Foul and one. So now some buckets for Carbon as they try to eke back into this game. Chance for a 3-point play as Elsie Morley is able to go all the way in through the contact, laid in for 2 and a chance for 3.
You just can't turn the ball over, and then you can't get back defensively and give up a foul. Put her at the line after she makes a basket. Bad sequence.
23-8. That's the score. And she banks the foul shot in. 23-9. You'll take them however you can get them. I think they are going to get the scoreboard fixed here in just a moment. Should be 24-9. We have a foul away from the ball on Emery. Carly Hurst, the guilty party. And so a turnover for Emery.
The second unit for Emery, turning the ball over. And they've got to do a better job of protecting while those starters are on the bench.
They finally add Addie Hurst's foul shot. So it is 24-9. I wasn't seeing things from the broadcast booth. Emery's going to go with a line change. The starting 5 is checked back in, and the Spartans are going to go right back to the full court press. Sage Curtis knocks it away. Guyman comes up with a loose ball, and a reach in against J.C. Jensen. Bad news for Carbon. I believe that's 2 now on J.C. You got to make sure you protect her at all costs. Can't have her in foul trouble.
They've added a point to Emery, but took a point off Carbon.
Okay, that makes sense. 24-8. They put it up on the wrong side. So 24-8. 2 minutes gone by here in the second. Into the high post, it's Nielsen. Caitlin lost the ball, had it stripped. Nearly a triple team by Carbon, and now the Lady Dinos can push. It's Morley into the open court, lost the basketball, tussle on the ground. Johnson goes down with it, travels. So back to Emery it goes. Points have come at a premium right now for the Lady Spartans, just 3 through 2 minutes and 13 seconds in the second quarter. Cabry Gordon will go to the bench. Back into the game for Emery is Curly Hurst. So the starting lineup minus Gordon plus Hurst.
See if Emery gets Kate a touch down low.
Kate working out of the post. Going to come up high top of key. Drive to the basket. Shot is off of the mark, but a rebound to Sage Curtis. Sage has not been gun shy from beyond the arc. She's knocked down 2 triples. In fact, the only 2 3-point jumpers of this game to drop have come from Sage Curtis. Ellie Stilson out on the floor as well for Emery. Trying to go up over the top of the defense. Tough pass to make. Ferguson knocks it away and steals it. Another turnover for Emery and another foul called on the opposite end of the floor. That's 14 fouls now against Emery. So one more, and Carbon will be at the line the rest of the quarter. And that's how you can really get back into this game. Score with the clock stopped. Carbon needs to take advantage of that.
The Dinos are doing a good job of turning Emery over in this quarter. And just keep trying to chip away as much as they can. Like you said, though, you got to get to the free throw line, knock him down. They've struggled at the foul line.
It's a second personal against Carly Hurst, so she'll go to the bench. And now Addie Hurst has come back into the game. Clean look, no good for Carbon. Rebounded J.C. Jensen, who puts it in. And now it's 24-10.
An offensive rebound, second chance points.
By far the best productivity we have seen from Carbon so far in this game. And nearly a disaster turnover in the backcourt, but Ferguson's able to save it. 24-10. Emery having a hard time taking care of the ball now. Carbon slowing down the offense. It's moving through Jensen to Ferguson. She'll try a 3. No good. Looked good from this angle, just a tad bit hard. Long rebound to Sage Curtis. Curtis gives the ball off to Stilson. Ellie moves right side. Addie Hurst shot no good. Rebound. It's corralled by Ferguson. Ferguson's going to survey. She brings it up right sideline. 30 on the shot clock to Jensen. Down the middle of the paint. Shot no good. Missed from 12 feet. Rebound by Stilson, and Coach Famalo wants to take a full timeout. Why not? Carbon finding their footing. Emery with a comfortable 14-point lead. Well, the Lady Dinos have won the quarter at this point. 4:11 left in the second. We'll return in 60 seconds on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
Emery Spartan basketball continues on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
4:11 to play in the first half. Emery 24, Carbon 10. Emery's going to bring the ball up. Still no Callie Jensen out on the floor. She picked up 2 quick fouls for Emery, trying to force it down into Caitlin Nielsen. Another Emery turnover out of the timeout. Jensen brings it up, goes right side of Ferguson. Back to Jensen, swing to Johnson. She'll try a 3, no good. Could have really helped Carbon if she would have been able to convert there.
Dinos got 2 great looks back-to-back, came up short.
3:42 and counting in the second. Holding it Stilson. Ellie goes right side, gives it off to Addie Hurst. Hurst goes around a high pick set by Guyman. Now to Nielsen, top of the key. Goes left side. Once again, it's Ellie Stilson, puts it on the ground. Ellie drives, shot at the rim is off of the mark, but she drew the foul against Maddie Ferguson, so 2 shots coming for Emery. Now in this quarter, the Lady Spartans have just 3 points. Megan Stilson had a field goal, Addie Hurst had a free throw. That is it.
It's a smart play. You put the ball on the deck, you get to the free throw line, you get up into the body, draw a foul.
First shot is up, and it is no good. So Emery doing a good job of getting to the line, but you got to convert on the freebies. It's what has allowed Carbon to hang around in this game and preventing Emery from extending the lead. Second shot up, no good. Missed the pair. Rebound to Blythe Bradford, who has come into the game. Bradford gives it off to JC. JC goes around the pick by Bradford. Kick out, top of the key. 3-point shot. Johnson, no good. She missed everything. It goes out of bounds. Back to Emery. Ellie Stilson will come out of the game.
I mean, it's not a bad shot. It's open.
No, not a bad shot at all.
It's not bad. She's just struggled right now a couple times.
So Ellie Stilson to the bench. Callie Jensen will come back in, again playing with 2 fouls. 3:05 to go in the second. Callie with the ball, left side, now gives it up. Hurst drives down the middle of the paint. Foul and 1. Went right into the contact, floats it up over the top, draws the foul. Bradford is whistled, and now a chance for a 3-point play for Emery. That's a tough play, and Hurst has to fight through the contact to get that one to go in.
You got the defender to leave the feet. Once she does that, you just float it right into her over the top, and then you take your body into her, get the foul, and 1.
26-10. And 1 is up, and it is good. So 4 points for Addie in the ball game, 27-10. And a turnover out of the press. No, the ball was tipped, but corralled by Johnson. Bailey brings it up now for the Lady Dinos off of the left side. 25 seconds on the shot clock. J.C. Jensen, top of the key. Callie Jensen goes out to guard her. J.C. drives around 2 defenders, kicks out to Johnson out of the left corner. Johnson into the middle of the paint, fading away. Shot is no good, and Caitlin Nielsen has the rebound. 2.5 to play in the second. Callie Jensen, beautiful feed to Guyman down low, and Guyman lays it in. It doesn't get any more pretty than that. Off the right wing, Callie showcasing her court vision. She finds Skylie Guyman down low, and Travis, that's an easy 2-point bucket off of the glass to make it 29-10, timeout Carbon.
Yeah, what a pass, bullet pass underneath. She catches, she gathers, and finishes for 2. The offense now starting to pick up for the Spartans.
They're finding their rhythm. We have a 30-second timeout, 60-second timeout. We'll pause for 30 seconds. 2:22 left in the first half, 29-10 Emery when we return.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love. and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
Emery High School basketball on KOAL 107.3 FM at 7:50 a.m.
.222 to play in the first half. Emery 29, Carbon 10. Skylar Guyman had her first bucket of the game right before that timeout off the beautiful feed from Callie Jensen. Emery's largest lead of the game, it's 19. Out of the timeout, Maddie Ferguson is going to inbound. Sarah Nelson is out on the floor along with J.C. Jensen. Also, Sage Villa back into the ball game. And Elsie Morley. That's the 5 for Carbon. Emery rolling with their starting lineup almost, as Addie Hurst remains in the game for Cabry Gordon. Carbon turns it over in the front court, so Emery will now take control. A lot of turnovers for Carbon. A lot of turnovers in this game. Very difficult when you're on the road to turn the ball over at this rate and have success.
Yeah, that's one thing on the road. You turn the ball over at a high rate, you're going to put yourself in a hole, and that's what they've done.
Curtis goes for a screen, goes left side. Hurst, one dribble. Goes back over to Curtis, 18 on the shot clock. Curtis with a lob, 17 feet away from the basket. Nielsen finds the cutter. Down low, shot at the rim, no good. Hurst had a clean look, couldn't convert. Ball did not hit the rim. Shot clock does not reset. Jump ball for the loose ball on the ground. Possession will go to Carbon.
Got where they wanted to. Got an attempt at the rim, just too hard.
2 subs coming in. Becca Swayze will check in for the Lady Dinos. Ellie Stilson comes in for Callie Jensen for Emery.
Well, Emery's won the quarter 8-5.
8-5. 8-5. It was a solid start for Carbon. That's been the reoccurring theme for the Lady Dinos. They've had moments throughout this season where they have been competitive, specifically in quarters, and we have a offensive foul away from the ball against Carbon. Swayze was whistled for the foul, the senior. Got a bit too physical, so now the ball will go back to Emery. Jotted down as another turnover. Both teams out of fouls to give. Curtis with the ball left side. Three-point shot is on the way, no good. Nelson with the defensive board for the Lady Dinos, got away with a double dribble. Bringing the ball up. Now to Jensen. JC. Yelling out the play, drives, wants it, in the paint. Shot is off the mark. Rebound to Emery. Nielsen turned it over. J.C. Jensen able to pickpocket the steal in between 3 Emery defenders and dribbles out. She'll try a three-point shot, no good. Long rebound on the follow-up by Swayze, good, and draws the foul. Hustle play by Becca Swayze to come in off of the left side, grab the miss, and lay it in for 2, and has a chance for a three-point play with 48 seconds to play in the first half.
They can use a hockey term here. If you don't clear out of the area, they're going to score, and that's all they do. They just kind of put the ball up on the rim, kind of like putting pucks on the net, and eventually you're going to score.
And one is good for Swayze. 29-13. So now we've had an even quarter. Emery basketball, it's Curtis just above the volleyball line. 13-second differential between the shot and game clock. Stilson, guarded by Nelson. Carbon right now with a man set. Emery trying to break it down. It's Hurst off of the right wing. High pick set by Guyman. Guyman floats to the basket. Nothing there. 8 on the shot clock. Now left side. Stilson fakes left, goes right. Finds Addie Hurst for 3. No good with 1 on the shot clock. Caitlin Nielsen with a rebound. Her putback is no good. Fights for another board. Loose ball picked up. And now moving the other way, it's Becca Swayze. Swayze stops. Down to 2 seconds. J.C. Jensen lobs up a prayer at the buzzer. No good off of the back iron. Actually got a clean look off. I think she was unaware of the time, but still got a decent look. Missed it long off of the back iron. Not the cleanest of quarters for either team. Carbon is able to play even with Emery in the second after losing the first by 16.
Yeah, both teams just got to settle down coming out in that third quarter. They turned the ball over in that quarter, both of them at a high rate, which both teams kind of took advantage of, but really didn't.
No. Turnover-filled game. One that right now benefits Emery, and we'll take a look at the first half stats. Coming up on the halftime report, brought to you by Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, brought to you by Dr. Daniel Callie at Castle Valley Orthodontics. Got my sponsors mixed up for a moment. You can give Castle Valley Orthodontics a call today at 637-2222. That's Castle Valley Orthodontics, Dr. Callie, a smile that'll last a lifetime, free consultation today. Score right now, the break, 29-13. Emery with a 16-point advantage over the Dinos when we return.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Imagine stepping foot into your dream home. The scent of fresh paint and the feel of plush carpet under your feet. Hi, this is Greg at the Driggs Mortgage Team. We make that dream come to life with our expert guidance and personalized financing solutions. Now closer to you at our new location in 23 South Carbon Avenue, Suite 21 in Price, because when it comes to financing your home, there's simply no substitute for experience.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Emery Spartan basketball continues on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back in the viewing audience on our YouTube channel, where you can watch the game with the radio broadcast feed. It's real simple. Just go to Castle Country Radio Emery on YouTube. It's the halftime report brought to you by Castle Valley Orthodontics. That's Dr. Daniel Callie at Castle Valley Orthodontics. You can give him a call today at 637-2222. You get a free consultation on a smile that will last a lifetime. Travis, through 16 minutes of this game, the first 8 minutes dominated by Emery. It was an even second quarter, and because of that, Carbon is still in this one, 29-13, Emery with the lead.
Yeah, the Dinos just have to figure out a way to get the ball into their half-court set or into their offensive set and try to generate some better attempts. All the attempts they took in that first half were wild. They were off balance, and the points they got were at the free throw line.
Yeah, when you go back and look at what really gave Carbon fits, they never truly figured out the press that Emery threw their way early on. A lot of turnovers. Emery managed to turn a lot of those turnovers into points almost immediately. But the biggest difference came in the second quarter with Caitlin Nielsen. Caitlin has 13 points at the break. All 13 of those points came in the first quarter. Carbon held her scoreless over the second 8 minutes.
Yeah, Carbon doesn't have anybody that can guard her. They don't. She's just too physical. She's so good at getting to her spots and then going left to right or right to left. And inside that paint, they don't have an answer for her.
Yeah, she dominated in that first quarter. Also got to the foul line an awful lot. And so that's where the bulk of those points have come from. Outside of that, Sage Curtis did knock down 2 3-point jumpers off the right wing. And going back and looking at the perimeter shooting for both teams in that first half wasn't pretty. Outside of Sage, nobody knocked down a triple.
No, not outside of that. And they've got an open look, and they didn't make it. They made the one. Those looks are going to be there. The way the Dinos are just packing everything inside the paint and allowing Emery just to launch from the three-point line, you've got to make those.
So 6 points for Sage Curtis. Again, all 6 coming from the perimeter. 4 points from Megan Stilson, who comes in off the bench. They got a big boost from her. She had an incredible play, going in for 2 after splitting 2 defenders. Addie Hurst with 4 points and Skylie Guyman with 2. That rounds out the scoring for Emery. Foul trouble was an issue for the Lady Spartans early in this game. Cabry Gordon and Callie Jensen picked up 2 early fouls in that press in the first quarter, and that limited just how often we got to see the starting backcourt.
Yeah, a lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers, like you said, limited what we got to see. So for Emery coming out, I think it's simple. If you just play under control, find the spots in your offense where the ball's supposed to go, you're going to get great looks, you're going to generate points. And then again, you're going to live at the free throw line.
If we look at what the Carbon Lady Dinos did in that first half, there's no doubt that the majority of the offensive production comes out of the usage of J.C. Jensen. She kind of does a little bit of everything for this team. J.C. is very, very good, very savvy, has played a lot of varsity basketball, and has played a lot of varsity basketball with outstanding players. She is now the focal point of this offense for Carbon, and at times, difficult task because she's getting double teamed, right? Emery's throwing a lot at her, but JC has had her moments in this game, there's no doubt.
Yes, she has, and Emery's done everything they can to make sure the ball's out of her hands, that she's given the ball up. But when JC's had the opportunity with the ball, she made the most of it.
Other strong performances for Carbon in that first half. Becca Swayze comes in off of the bench, has 4 points. Becca was dynamic. I mean, really running the floor. Came in off the bench in the second quarter. Starts the game, but comes in off the bench off the second quarter. And really had a couple of impact plays. There for a moment, Carbon was winning the quarter. They had actually chopped into that Emery lead. A lot of it had to do with the play of Becca Swayze mixed with what we saw from J.C. Jensen.
Yeah, the Dinos put themselves in a situation where they were kind of in foul trouble. And I thought those girls came off the bench and gave them some good minutes. It's not going to show up in the box score, but you look at somebody like Nelson who came off the bench. She had to spot some of those heavy minutes and control the offense with, maybe not something she's comfortable with, to taking control with the basketball. But I thought those girls coming off the bench did a good job of filling those minutes in.
It is halftime here at the Spartan Center. First of 2 meetings this season between Carbon and Emery. Emery trying to get back into the win column right now. A 1-game, their last outing was a loss. So 1-game losing skid. I don't know if that's what you want to call it. Lost their last time out. Carbon on the flip side looking to rid a 5-game losing streak, sitting at 2-10. Important league game. And right now, the Lady Spartans are in control. I would expect Coach Famalo to send that press out immediately in the third quarter and try to put this game in the distance. That's what I believe we will see from Emery.
You have to. You come out early, you trap them, you turn them over, and you go on an 8-10 at the run, and you put this game out of reach.
That's more than likely what's going to be coming. How can Carbon handle the full court press? There were a couple of times they managed to break it. When you break it, you got to be in control. That's the only problem. Carbon did figure some things out from time to time in that press, but then they would turn the ball over in the front court, and that's a problem.
Yeah, the Dinos, they just need to play more under control, and that's a hard thing to do when you're not accustomed to being pressed that much.
They threw it at him. There's no doubt. This is definitely.
Yeah, you just speed everything up, and that plays right in the hands of what Emery wants. You just have to play under control, and you just can't wildly throw the ball up the floor.
Well, we still have about 16 minutes of ball to be played, 2 quarters. This one is at the break. It's 29-13. Emery with the lead over the Carbon Dinos. That'll do it for the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime report. Again, give Dr. Callie a call today at 637-2222. Dr. Callie and the staff at Castle Valley Orthodontics bringing you the halftime report. Score right now, Emery 29, Carbon 13. We're back in 90 seconds.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Discover the difference experience makes at Mr. Automotive in Huntington. With over 30 years dedicated to matching the perfect vehicle with the right person in Castle Country, we know a thing or two about cars and about saving you money. Thanks to our low overhead, we're able to pass incredible savings directly on to you. Drive away happy with a deal as reliable as our service. Visit Mr. Automotive today, where experience means savings and you meet your new car.
Emery Spartan basketball continues on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Just about to begin. 29-13 Emery with the lead. The Lady Spartans will get the ball first. They will now be moving left to right off of the radio dial. Emery comes out with the starting lineup. Kelly Jensen, Cabry Gordon, Sage Curtis, Skylee Guyman, and Caitlin Nielsen. Carbon's going to counter with their starting 5. That's Becca Swayze, Bailey Curtis, J.C. Jensen, Bailey Johnson, and Sage Villa. Guyman out of the high post, wants to go to Nielsen, and a turnover for Emery. So it's been difficult for the Lady Spartans to get the ball to Nielsen. Carbon's done a terrific job of changing up defensively to prevent those high entry passes. And now it's Carbon basketball. A drive, a floater, shot is off the mark. Swayze got a good look, couldn't convert. Now Callie Jensen with the ball for Emery. She brings it across the mid-stripe line. 30 seconds into the third quarter. Coast to coast. Can she finish? Yes, she can. Callie Jensen's first bucket of the ball game.
Yeah, nobody stops the ball, so you waltz right down the middle of the lane and get 2.
Her athleticism is out of this world, and a turnover for Carbon. Again, trying to deal with the press. Unable to handle it was Johnson. Managed to get a hand on the ball, but it was too late as it went out of bounds.
That's all it takes. You get that first quick 2, you settle in defensively, and then maybe it picks up, and then you turn it over again. So back-to-back possessions off after that score. So you went turnover, score, turnover, so 2 of 3 turnovers.
Turnover right back. 31-13, Emery with the lead. Dribbling out of the press, it's Jensen. Now to Villa. Villa off of the left side. Wanted to make a pass down court, intercepted by Caitlin Nielsen. So another turnover. 1 minute gone by. Callie Jensen trying to go coast to coast again. Gets to the right low block. Now a bounce pass to Caitlin Nielsen. Passes out of the double team. Guyman for 3. No good. Had a clean look straight away. Great pass by Nielsen. Shot is off the mark, and now Carbon's going to push the other way. Johnson drives. Draws the foul. Can't get the and one. But Bailey Johnson, hard take to the rack. Draws the foul, and now 2 shots coming at 6:40 in the third quarter. 31-13 Emery.
Yeah, Guyman with the foul, doesn't stop ball, and then puts her at the free throw line.
It's a second personal on Skylee Guyman.
That was all Bailey Johnson being aggressive.
That's what you got to do. First shot is good. Johnson definitely putting in the work for Carbon today. But a bright spot for this team. They trail by 17. Second foul shot is good. Make it 16. 31-15, Emery with the lead. Callie's going to bring the ball up for Emery. Carbon falls back into his zone. Bounce pass right side. It's Gordon. Gordon drives. Wanted to take it hard to the rack. Shot no good. Swayze, great denial. Gordon's able to get the ball back, and a fresh 35 for Emery. Now to Jensen. Jensen fakes left, goes right. Kills her dribble 14 feet away from the basket. Now to Guyman. Guyman takes it in off the left wing. Shot no good at the rim. Rebound to Carbon. Lady Dinos will push. It's J.C. Jensen off of the right side. Goes left, stop and pop. Shot good. That's Bailey Johnson again, and it's 31-17. So a great start for Carbon in this quarter. 2 minutes gone by. Emery's lead down to 14.
Yeah, Emery playing very sloppy in the quarter. The Dinos now have settled in.
Left side. It's Curtis. Sage got things going for Emery. Knocked down a three-point shot the very first possession of the game. Jensen off of the right side. She'll try a three. Callie, good. She's got 5 now in the quarter. Callie gets 3 more back for Emery. They've doubled up the Dinos, 34-17.
Dinos defense pills off, allows her to shoot the 3.
Carbon breaks the press, and Bailey Johnson takes it hard once again in the paint, draws the foul. And she'll go back to the stripe. Aggressive play by Bailey Johnson, taking this Carbon offense on her shoulders here in the third quarter. And now she'll have a chance for 2 more at the stripe.
I love that Bailey's being the aggressor.
First shot for Bailey is good. Make it 34-18. Carbon can get back into this game if they can score at the line with the clock stopped. Sage Villa comes out. Harley Hopes will come back in.
Yeah, it's not like the Spartans are lighting it up.
Hopes had a bucket in the first half as well. Second shot for Johnson is good. Gets the roll off of the back iron. 34-19. 5:29 to play in the third. Callie brings it up right side. Carbon back in a 2-3 zone. Callie holds off the right wing. Now goes to Guyman. Guyman spin move. Hook shot of the paint. Good. Skylie's got 2 more to her name. 4 now for the ball game, but it's 36-19. Turnover on the inbounds. Jensen's shot was no good, but draws the foul.
Gordon looks up at the rim and stunned. That thing rolled off. She sneaks in, gets the steal, then goes up, and that ball just crawled off at the last second for 2. An offensive rebound and then a foul, so Emery gets the ball back.
Happened in a hurry. I looked down to fill out my scorecard, and before I did it, it was a turnover. Curtis inbounds the ball to Jensen. Kicks it out. Gordon for 3. Yes! Spins in, out, back in.
3's better than 2.
Cabry from deep, 39-19. Largest lead of the game for Emery. They lead by 20 with 5 to play in the third. Carbon breaks the press. Curtis drives and draws the foul, and Bailey Curtis will go to the line to shoot. Curtis, a senior on this year's team.
Break that press. Defense is then not in position, so you get the ball over the top where you're supposed to and you get back to the free throw line.
Carbon a little bit more aggressive here in the second half.
Needed to start that way. But I just don't think they could. They got ambushed in a hurry.
Shot no good, 39-20. So 1 of 2 at the line. Emery with the basketball. We're down to 4:42 and counting in the third. Lob in down low, trying to go to Guyman. Shot's no good. Carbon's now going to push the opposite direction. Trying to run into the front court with Swayze. And another foul is called. 4:31 to play in the third, 39-20. That's the score right now.
Yeah, the Emery Spartans have fouled in this quarter up 4 times now. 1 more. They put the Dinos where they want to be at the free throw line.
Carbon basketball. Lob in off the baseline. Taking it left side, it's Swayze. Swayze wants to go high post. Kick out. 3-point opportunity there for Carbon. They pass baseline jumper, no good. Swayze once again with an athletic move to get that shot off. Jump ball is called down low. Possession arrow will stick with Carbon.
Good attempt. Right at the rim.
So now Carbon to inbound on the baseline. It's J.C. Jensen. Down low, Johnson wanted the foul, but instead they're going to get the tie-up. Jump ball, great play by Jabry Sharp. And so the possession will now go to Emery. Walking it up for the Lady Spartans. Sage Curtis lost the ball at the top of the key, and the ball picked up by J.C. Jensen. J.C. wants to go coast to coast. Shot at the rim, no good. Caitlin Nielsen had great transition defense, but how about Sage Villa? Runs the floor, comes down with a rebound, and lays it in.
It's a good job of following that up. Offensive rebound, second chance points. Put it up, get 2, down 17.
Make it 39-22. Right side with the basketball, it's Carly Hirsch. Drives. And we'll draw the foul. Shot no good. But we'll go back to the line. I believe the foul.
I really thought Bailey Curtis played really strong defense, was straight up and down on that
They
one.
called it on Bailey Johnson. Now, the bad news for Carbon, that's 4 personals on Bailey Johnson.
I was going to say, Curtis was in great positioning, and they initially pointed at her.
So Johnson has to come out of the game. Maddie Ferguson will come in. And that hurts because Bailey Johnson was putting together a great quarter. 39-22, 3:40 to play in the third. First shot at the line, no good by Hurst. She has one more coming. The second is no good. So missed the pair. And now Carbon can push up the opposite end of the floor. Ferguson now off the left wing, goes around a high pick. 28 on the shot clock. Lady Dinos hold. Patience definitely a good thing. Inside the paint, foul called from behind. There'll be a 2-shot foul against Jabry Sharp, and to the line goes Maddie Ferguson. Kind of a weird quarter. 5 team fouls now for Emery. Second personal on Sharp. Ferguson to the line. First shot for Maddie is on the way, and it's no good. Subs coming in for Carbon. Blythe Bradford will check in along with Emma Bowman. Villa checks out of the game, and Swayze will follow. Second shot for Ferguson is good, so she goes 1 of 2 at the line. Carbon finishing the quarter strong. They go to the press. Emery's able to break it. Lob up to Nielsen. Caitlin in the paint. Shot no good. Excellent defense by Bailey Curtis. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Emery. Caitlin Nielsen has not scored since the first quarter. And those 13 points that she scored in the first, pretty much the difference in this game.
That's just a great defensive stop. I mean, Curtis got there, didn't give up the possession, misses, and like you said, the 13 points she had, quiet ever since.
Ball was poked out of bounds by Jabry Sharp. Tried to follow it. Touches out of bounds. It'll stick with Carbon. 19 on the shot clock. 2:59 to play in the third. 39-23. Emery by 16. Led by as many as 20. Right side, Bowman. Wants to go into the corner. Ferguson. To Jensen. Back to Ferguson. Nearly lost the ball. Maddie's able to recover. Then the pass is intercepted. Running down the sideline, it's Jabry Sharp. Goes hard, draws the foul against Curtis. 2 shots coming. Curtis may have been straight up, but the difference in that play was Sharp going into the defender, just getting the hook on the arm, and now 2 shots coming her way.
Yeah, the problem was Sharp stepped out of bounds. Nobody saw because the trail official didn't get turned around because he's still turning to get back into position. Misses that, and then in the process, the Spartans get to the free throw line.
Coach Blank not happy with that miss. First shot up, and it is no good. Leah Cowley will come back into the game. Caitlin Nielsen will get a breather. Well, we've reached a point where every possession is so important for Carbon. Down by 16 points. Second shot is up and in for Sharp. You agree with Coach Blank?
Yes. That's just, it's hard for the official because he's trying to get back into position and he's not turned around looking.
Yeah. Tough spot to be in. Foul called.
But you almost have to be paying attention because the ball's coming out towards the scores table, so you probably should be in position to look. But I get it. It's a miss. It happens.
2:29 to play in the third. 40-23. 2-shot foul as Emery is over the bonus and the penalty.
And that's why they let Blank get his words in. Normally,
for sure.
They probably would have teed him up, but they know they miss it, so they're going to let Blank blow some steam off, rightfully so.
Ferguson at the line. First foul shot on the way. Good. Maddie knocks it down. It's been a breath of fresh air for Carbon here in the second half. Score right now favors Emery, 40-24. Been stuck on 40 for a while of the Spartans, and Carbon just slowly chipping away. Second shot for Maddie is no good. Couldn't get the friendly bounce. Rebound grab by Sharp. Sharp then dribbles off her knee. A turnover. Bowman comes up with the ball. Bounce pass to Ferguson is underneath the basket. Ferguson's going to bring the ball back out for Carbon. Ferguson off the right wing. Now moves it left side. Fake left, goes right. Curtis is now in the paint. Bailey Curtis is fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Emery right now just giving the ball away at a rapid pace. It's allowing the Dinos to kind of chip away, settle in, get to the free throw line, make some buckets. You look up, it's 40-24, 2:09 left. There's still a lot of time.
First shot for Curtis is up and in. Connecting at the foul line is going to be crucial for Carbon if they want to get back into this ball game.
And it lets the Dinos set up, and then they can trap off the free throws.
Coach Famala wants to take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 2:09 to play in the third. 40-25. Emery, they led by as many as 20. Carbon has got it down to 15, and one more foul shot coming for Bailey Curtis. Again, I think you got to give a ton of credit to this Carbon team, down by as many as 20, battling back, and really finding an answer for Caitlin Nielsen, who got off to a blazing start. This is what the Lady Dinos have done all season long. If they just put 4 quarters together, they're right there with anyone in this region. We've seen that time and time again.
Yep. It's just hard at this level. Being a road team, you come in that first quarter, and you really struggled. You put yourself in a hole, and then it's hard to dig out because the high school game is short and it's fast.
It's, yes, 4 8-minute quarters. Curtis has one more foul shot. Second shot is no good. Rebound grab by Emery. Addie Hurst gets it about 13 feet away from the basket. Carbon's going to trap. Hurst dribbles out of it, gets beyond the midcourt line, and now a great pass into the front court. Megan Stilson now with the basketball. Stilson gives it up left side to Jabry Sharp, top of the key. We're down to 1:50 in the third quarter. Cowley down low. Great inside move, takes it in for 2. Aaliyah Cowley's got her first bucket of the ball game, and that's just great footwork and positioning down low.
Yeah, you said it. Footwork and positioning. Dinos can do nothing about that.
42-25. Carbon breaks the press. Ferguson, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound grabbed by Emery. It's Megan Stilson. Stilson's going to push now to Carly Hurst. Bounce pass to Cowley, running the floor. And great defense in transition by J.C. Jensen. Swats that ball out of bounds. It will stick with Emery.
That's tough, though, leading your big with a bounce pass that barely gets there. She has to reach down to come up with it, and as she's going down, J.C. swipes through. Good defensive stop to prevent 2 points.
42-25. Cowley in the paint. Reach-in foul called against Curtis. 14th foul for Carbon. No more to give with $1:20 to play in the third. Coach Blank's going to go back to his bench. Harley Hopes will check into the game. And Curtis will get a breather. She, too, has 4 fouls. Lob into Cowley. Cowley has the ball wrestled away. It's a jump ball. Terrific defensive play by Blythe Bradford.
Should be Dino.
It's Emery ball. Nope, Carbon ball. Excuse me. Emery's going to stick now to the press. Try to create some havoc for Carbon in the backcourt. Ferguson dribbles out of it. Across the mid-stripe line with 1:10 to play here in the third. To Jensen, to Bowman. Bowman fakes left, passes off right. Jensen thought about the 3, gives it to Ferguson. Clean look in the paint, no good, long off of the back iron. Rebound to Jabry Sharp, and Sharp fighting for the ball, foul called. That goes against Harley Hopes. And that is the 5th team foul for Carbon, and so shots coming now for Emery. They lead 42-25. Led by 16 at the break. Amazingly enough, Emery has won this quarter, and I'm not quite sure how.
You look up, and Emery won, and you're exactly right. How? I think the Dinos missed some open mid-range jump shots that really could have flipped this game and chipped away. You could have got this down to 10. They missed a lot of open looks after breaking the trap.
Sharp knocks down the first and converts the second. She's got 3 now in the ballgame. 44-25, leads back up to 19. Emery pressing. Ferguson in the backcourt, dribbles out, goes around Addie Hurst, and gets beyond the mid-stripe line. 49 seconds to play in the third quarter, 25 on the shot clock. Jensen guarded by J.C. Jensen, guarded by Callie Jensen. Terrific matchup. A lot of athleticism in the backcourt. Turnover for Carbon. Errant pass, Bradford couldn't come up with it. And then off of the reach, makes contact with Callie Jensen. Foul with 37 seconds, and Callie will go to the line and a chance to give Emery its largest lead of the game with 37 ticks to play in the third.
Now, that's another reason why Emery's winning the quarter. The Dinos turning the ball over and then putting them at the free throw line. You're just fouling after a turnover, and you can't do that.
Callie misses the first foul shot. Callie with 5 points, all 5 coming in this quarter. She knocked down a three-point jumper. Only 3 threes have been hit in this game. 1 for Callie, 2 for Sage Curtis. That is it. Carbon has not hit a triple, have they?
No.
Second shot for Callie, no good. Missed the pair.
Should have been Emery ball.
We have a foul called against Emery. Megan Stilson called for the reach. And so now Carbon will get shots with 36.2 on the other end. A lot of free throws in this quarter. Emery by 19. First shot for Bradford is no good. Also had a lot of misses at the stripe for both teams. Second shot, good. So Bradford goes 1 of 2, 44-26. There's about a 1 second differential between the shot and game clock. Not going to matter. Turnover for Emery. Carbon, clear path to the basket. Shot at the rim, good. Emma Bowman makes it 44-28. So more life from Carbon every time Emery extends that lead. The Lady Dinos have a little bit of an answer, and another turnover for Emery with 15 seconds. Stepping on the baseline is Jabri Sharp.
That Sharp a little too wild. Turns it over once again.
Final 10 seconds. J.C. Jensen has a path to the basket, gets into the paint, scoop shot at the rim. No good, but a foul called against Callie, and with 6 seconds to play, J.C. Jensen will go to the foul line.
Yeah, J.C. knows all she has to do is just get her hands up into the body, get the contact, and she'll go to the free throw line.
First shot, good. Make it 44-29. Second shot, no good. But a lane violation against Emery. That's the second lane violation of the game on the Spartans. So another shot coming for J.C. Jensen. Can make this a 14-point game. And she does. 44-30. 6 seconds. Callie Jensen. Pass to midcourt. Little contact, no foul. Stolen by J.C. Jensen. Heave of the buzzer, no good. And that takes us to the end of 3. Kind of a weird quarter. You know, we were talking about Emery winning the quarter. Well, they didn't. Carbon, late surge. And they have chopped the Emery lead down to 14. We have 8 minutes to play. Right now, it's Emery 44, Carbon 30 when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Whether it is for your personal vehicle or a work truck, Top It Pickup Covers has what you are looking for to either dress your truck up or protect your belongings. Low-profile covers from Truxedo, paint-matched fiberglass toppers from ARE, or full utility covers and bed slides. Top It also has the best warranty that you will find in the market. Top It Pickup Covers, on the west side of I-15, off the 400 South exit in Springville.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
Emery Spartan basketball continues on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL. AM KOAL.
Fourth quarter about to get underway. A long third quarter. Took about 20 minutes. A lot of foul shots. Carbon able to get back in this game, 44-30. Emery's maintained a double-digit lead at the end of every quarter. Now they'll try to close it out for their third region win. Out of the timeout, the Lady Spartans will roll out their starting 5. Cabry Gordon with the ball right now off the right wing. Goes to Jensen. Swings it. Sage Curtis. Three-point shot up. No good. Rebound at Gordon. Gordon crashed in off the right side and will give Emery a fresh 35. Now Gordon will try a right corner three. That one is a little long. Rebound of Bowman for Carbon. And Bowman is off to the races. Gives it off to J.C. Jensen, who stops. Emery right now in his zone onto the baseline. Bradford, baseline jumper is no good. Callie Jensen with a rebound. Callie trying to push it. Gives it up to Gordon. Lob to Nielsen, and Caitlin Nielsen is in the score sheet in the second half. Her first point since the first quarter, and it's 46-30. 45 seconds gone by. Stolen by Callie Jensen, and draws the foul on J.C. Jensen. So shots coming now for Callie.
Gordon with a good assist over the top. Kate scores, and then they steal the ball, and they get to the free throw line.
That's the third personal on J.C. Jensen. Callie back to the line. She's got 5 points in the game. First shot is up, and it's no good. So free throw woes for both teams have been a factor. You know, the game against Uinta on the boys' side this past Saturday, free throws were a struggle as well for both teams as Callie knocks down the second. She's got 6, and it's 47-30. Carbon needed a quick run to start this fourth quarter, and right now it belongs to Emery. Emery's going to stick to that press. Carbon trying to break it. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stick with the Lady Dinos. J.C. Jensen with the ball. Gives it up. Ferguson now to Bowman. Goes back to Ferguson. Maddie wants to go inside the paint. Stripped by Guyman. Emery's going to push. Lob. Jensen goes to Nielsen, and Nielsen let it go right through her hands. 47-30 still the score. 6:52 to play in the game.
It's the right idea. They get a good pass down. Just Kate was thinking bucket before she had control of the ball.
Minute 15 gone by here in the fourth quarter. 47-30. Carbon ball, they got to work with some efficiency. Bowman will try a three. That's efficient. Knocks down a triple off the right wing. 47-33.
First one for the Dinos?
That's right. Emery breaks the press, and Curtis is fouled by Bradford on the left sideline. Second team foul for Carbon. That's 4 on Bradford. So Carbon's got 3 players with 4 fouls in this game. 90 seconds gone by, 6.5 to play. Callie wanted to go inside. The pass was intercepted. Doesn't matter. Foul away from the ball called against Skyly Guyman. So the ball will go to Carbon. Here's the Lady Dinos' chance. They are down 14 with 6:27 to play. Weathered that early Emery run to start the quarter, and Travis, if they get points here, we got a ball game.
What they need. Get past this trap, and they have a chance to score. They don't, though.
Turnover in the backcourt. Gordon with the ball, kept her pivot foot, goes to Nielsen. Caitlin down low to Callie. Callie in the paint, good for 2. Emery does a great job of creating offense with the defense. Carbon out of the press, loose ball. Ferguson lost it. Jensen goes down to get it. We have a jump. Possession to Carbon.
Callie with a controlled dribble goes up through the traffic and finishes on the left-hand side for 2.
6:07 to play, 49-33. Callie now with 8 points, all 8 here in the second half. Carbon working around the perimeter into the high post. Bradford went right into Nielsen. Caitlin with a block. Loose ball picked up by Callie. So Emery comes up with a big defensive stop. Trying to deliver the knockout punch, but Carbon will not go away. Cabry goes top of the key. Beautiful pass. Jensen down low to Nielsen, no good. Caitlin gets her own rebound. Putback is off the mark, but this time draws the foul. That one goes against Swayze. The entry pass from about 20 feet away from the basket by Callie Jensen is outstanding, and we have seen it multiple times in this game.
Squeezes through the defense and finds the hole where it has to go. And like you said, Kate got the ball. Free throw up.
Good. He's got 16 for the game. Carbon is going to take a timeout. 5:42 left to play in the game. A full timeout taken by the Dinos. We're going to take it as well. Emery 50, Carbon 33 when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
My son and daughter both play sports, a lot of sports, and with that can come injuries, bruises, sprains, and unfortunately breaks. That's why we use Eastern Utah Imaging. They're a convenient and local option for imaging and an important part of a student-athlete's team.
Eastern Utah Imaging for high-quality, affordable MRI and X-ray services. Many quick scans take 30 minutes or less. You can call for an appointment or ask your doctor to refer you to Eastern Utah Imaging, North Fairgrounds Road in Price. Call 636 X-ray. That's 636-9729.
Emery Spartan basketball continues on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
3 lead. Out of the timeout, Caitlin Nielsen has one more foul shot. Kate's second shot is good. She's got 4 points now in the second half, 17 for the game. 5:38 to play. Carbon's going to bring it up. Emery has ran that lead back up to 18. Callie Jensen with a pickpocket steal, drives, shot at the rim, no good. J.C. Jensen called for the foul. So more shots coming for Callie. 4 personals now on J.C. And that is the story for the Lady Dinos. They have a grip of players with 4 fouls in this game. And they are running out of time as Emery is delivering a late surge to try to put this game on ice.
Yeah, Jensen just uses those long arms, pokes the ball free, comes up with it, and then gets to the rim and gets fouled.
First shot for Callie is in. One of the most athletic players in the classification. There's no doubt about it. It's been fun to watch Callie grow into the role that she has now within this team as she misses the second foul shot. Caitlin Nielsen with a rebound. Kate kicks it out to Sage. Sage goes back to Kate. She stands 17 feet away from the basket. 27 on the shot clock. Callie drives, feeds it back into Kate in the paint. Little contact, no whistle. Kate misses, gets her own rebound. The putback bounces all around the rim and drops for 2. What a tough shot by Caitlin Nielsen.
The active hands, quicker to the ball, throws it up, gets the bounce, and goes through.
Largest lead of the game. Emery by 21 with 5 minutes to play. 54-33. Bowman, open 3, no good. Knocked one down a few moments ago. This one off to the right, goes out of bounds, and she'll hear it from the student body. Under 5 to play in the game, 54-33.
She had more time than she realized. She just rushed it.
I think so, yeah.
That's why it sold.
Emery breaks the press, and now they have numbers. 3-on-2. Bowman comes flying in with a steal. Excellent athletic play in transition to pick it up. Johnson holds off with the left elbow. Guarded by Curtis. Curtis will follow now to the right side. Swayze is holding. Swayze over the top of the defense. Finds the cutter, J.C. Jensen. Ball knocked out of bounds by Callie. Great defensive play. 18 on the shot clock. Carbon will inbound on the baseline.
This Emery team, they feed off their coach, Coach Famolo, who's just so calm. Just sits there, calls out the play, and they look over and they see that calmness, and it reflects back on them. They're like, all right, we're just playing calm and under control.
Skyly Guyman is out of the game. Jabri Sharp comes back in. 3-point shot for Carbon is off of the mark. Long rebound. Out of bounds it goes. No one touched it. Back to Emery. Coach Famalo's teams seem to peak around mid-January. We saw this last year. I think this Lady Spartan team may be playing their best basketball right now so far this season. Curtis, 3-point shot. No good. Missed it short off the left wing. Long rebound ran down by J.C. Jensen. We are near the midway point of the fourth quarter. Emery 54, Carbon 33. Bradford down low. Spins to the basket. Good recovery defense by Emery, but a foul on the ground. It's the second team foul for Emery. 4 for Carbon in this quarter. Stops the clock at 3:59 in the fourth. Fresh 35 for the Lady Dinos. Bounce pass now into the corner. Swayze holds. Lost the ball. Another turnover for Carbon. It's picked up by Sharp. Sharp gives it to Callie. Callie pushes it up to Gordon. Thought about the 3, and she traveled. Subs coming in for both teams. Carbon's going to go back to the bench. Sage Villa, along with Bailey Curtis, will come into the game. Bradford and Bowman go to the bench. Quality moments from both of those girls, giving solid minutes to Coach Blank's team. Megan Stilson will come into the game for Emery. So Stilson and Jensen in the backcourt. Caitlin Nilsson, Sage Curtis, along with Jabri Sharp. That's the 5 for Emery. Carbon with the ball, holding. Left, Swayze wants to go down low. And the entry pass to J.C. Jensen was poked away, and a foul on Callie Jensen. That's 3 team fouls now for Emery. Fresh 35 for Carbon. J.C. with a bounce pass. Gets it into Villa. 3-point shot on the way, no good by Swayze. Carbon with the offensive rebound. The putback is off of the mark. Caitlin Nielsen had the rebound, lost it, and now a jump ball. Possession will go to Emery. 3:21 left of the game. Emery by 21. You get rid of that first quarter, Travis, and we had a very competitive game here tonight.
It's the difference in the game, the first quarter.
Stilson trying to break the press, lost the ball, able to recover. Now to Callie. Callie finds the floater on the baseline. Jabri Sharp lays it in for 2. She's got 5 now in the game. All 5 have come in the second half. 56-33. Largest lead of the game for Emery. They extend it. Coach Famalo did a great job of using the bench early. Deep team. They showcased that with the press. Johnson fakes left, goes right. Finds a crease in the defense. Drive to the basket. Shot no good. In and out. Rebound to Nielsen. Emery's going to push. Sage Curtis holds off of the left wing. Now goes to Stilson, top of the key. Spins it right side. Callie's going to drive into the paint. Finds Nielsen. Kate's shot is off of the mark. Great defense by Swayze. Rebound to Carbon as we hit 2:25 to play in the game. Bailey Johnson wants to go left side. Gets in the paint. Up and under layup. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carbon. Subs coming in for Emery. Ellie Stilson will come into the game along with Aaliyah Callie. Kate Nielsen and Sage Curtis will come off of the bench. In fact, it's almost a hockey sub. All the starters out of the game for the Lady Spartans. All new group. Well earned by this group as Megan Stilson will bring it up. Megan was key in that first half as well, Travis. She had some great moments.
Yeah, they got great production from everybody that got in there.
Carly Hurst gives the ball off left side. Under 2 to play. 15 on the shot clock. Callie down low. Spin move. Shot no good. Gets her own rebound and lays it in for 2. Aaliyah Callie. She's got 4 points in the game, and it's 58-33. 25-point lead as we get down to the final minute 40. J.C. Jensen drives. Kicks out. 3-point shot on the way. Good. A triple by Becca Swayze. And it's 58-36. More subs coming in for Emery. Callie down low, fell down to the ground. Shot no good, a rebound to Carbon. And the Dinos can run some clock or push it, whatever they choose. Looks like they're going to slow things down. Jensen's going to go left side. Gets into the paint, draws the foul, and 1. Makes it a 20-point game with 1:13 to play, and JC will have a shot for the old-fashioned 3-point play before her night is done.
JC swim move down the lane, gets to the left-hand side, touch foul, and 1.
So subs all the way around for the Lady Spartans. Lizzie Roberts is coming to the game. Autumn Rasmussen will be down low. Ellie Stoker checks in. Ellie Stilson will remain in the game as well. And 1 by Jensen is no good. Rebound corralled by Stilson. Also in the game for Emery is Carolyn Bernard. Drive, coast to coast, shot at the rim, no good. Nice idea by Stilson. Couldn't get the feet down, so a turnover. Ball goes back to Carbon. 1:03 to play in the game. 58-38, Emery by 20. Walking the ball up, Malia Smith. Standout soccer player at Carbon High School. Goes left side, and that was Elsie Morley. Morley played really well in the first half for Carbon. Lost the ball out of bounds. 18-second differential between the shot and the game. Emery will have to get one more shot off. Chance to look at the future of the Emery High School basketball team. Roberts with the ball, wants to go down low, a turnover. Bradford comes up with it, gives it to Nelson. Nelson pushes it up, left side, 2-second differential between the shot and game clock. Now to Smith. Fakes right, dribbled off her foot. Shot clock turned off. Ball goes back to Emery. 58-38 the score. Stilson brings it up for Emery across the mid-stripe line, guarded by Morley. As we get set to close this one out and welcome Emery into 2025. Turnover in the backcourt. Morley trying to go coast to coast. Shot at the rim is off the mark. Rebound to Smith. 10 seconds left. Now out of the wing. Drive in. Shot at the rim. No good. Rebound. Layup at the buzzer. No good. And that will do it for this game. 58-38. Emery gets the win. Have a different ending to this game, huh? That fourth quarter was a little unique.
Unique. First quarter was the difference, though. Emery races out 21-5 in that quarter. They don't look back. They pick up their first win of 2025, and they beat the Carbon Dinos.
It's a rivalry victory for the Lady Spartans. They moved to 3-2 in league play, 6-8 overall. And right now it is go time when you take a look at the RPI. The good news for Carbon, Travis, I don't know that the Lady Dinos are really going to suffer in the RPI with the level of competition they'll see in region play.
No, I don't think you're going to see a lot of movement in the RPI with them.
I don't think so. I don't think you're going to be affected by losses very much.
No.
In this region. Well, the final score at this one, again, 58-38. Emery gets the win over the Lady Dinos. Post-game wrap-up show is on the way. I know we'll catch up with Coach Famalo. We have a lot more coming up when we return. Final score, Emery 58, Carbon 38. Post-game wrap-up show brought to you by Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Forget you can get your Emery or Carbon Spirit Card today. Turn that Visa debit card into an Emery or Carbon Pride Card. All you got to do is go in and tell them, I want my Spirit Card. That's Eastern Utah Community Credit Union bringing you the post-game wrap-up show when we return. Final score, 58-38. Emery gets the win over Carbon.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Discover the difference experience makes at Mr. Automotive in Huntington. With over 30 years dedicated to matching the perfect vehicle with the right person in Castle Country, we know a thing or two about cars and about saving you money. Thanks to our low overhead, we're able to pass incredible savings directly on to you. Drive away happy with a deal as reliable as our service. Visit Mr. Automotive today, where experience means savings and you.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
Welcome to JN Auto, where your dream car awaits. With over 100 vehicles in stock, from trucks to SUVs and everything in between, we've got the perfect ride just for you. And our full service department ensures your vehicle stays in top shape long after you drive off the lot. Can't find your ideal car? No worries, we'll hunt it down for you. Discover the JN Auto difference today.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Emery Spartan basketball continues on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome into the post-game wrap-up show brought to you by Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Remember, you can head down today and get that Visa Debit Spirit Card. If it's Carbon, if it's Emery, if it's the Grand Red Devils, all you got to do is go to Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Tell them you want your Spirit Card. That's any of the locations. And you can take your Emery or Carbon pride with you wherever you go. Travis, final score here tonight, 58-38. Emery gets the win. Really a competitive game. If you get rid of the opening quarter, Emery outscores Carbon 21-5 over the first 8 minutes. And that proved to be the difference in the game.
Yeah, 5-point quarter puts you in a hole. You turn the ball over at a high rate. You played right in the hands of what Emery wanted to do, and they build that lead. They jump out 21-5, but then you go second quarter on. You played competitive. You played with them, but you're in such a giant hole. And we talk about how hard it is at this level, high school level, with the 8-minute quarters to try to dig back out because the game moves so quick. It's just hard to do.
Especially on the road, no less.
On the road,
right.
And you put the team on the free throw line, and really – you did get to the free throw line. You just didn't make your free throws, and that would have helped set you up defensively.
Well, if we look at some of the final totals in this game, we start with Caitlin Nilsson. She has 19 points but scored 13 in that first quarter. That was a 21-point quarter for Emery. 21 points. There was no answer for Caitlin Nilsson early on in that game. And Carbon did make some nice adjustments. They made it more difficult on Kate. She didn't score in the second or third quarter, but that quick start really put Carbon in that hole, so Caitlin Nilsson scores 19 tonight.
Yeah, all her touches in that first quarter were on the block down low, and then Carbon just pushed her out just a little bit more from her comfort zone. You could see the difference where the touches were hard. You could see the guards trying to get the ball to her on that block, but every time they were trying to, they were turning the ball over, which played into Carbon's hands. They just didn't take advantage.
Now, once again, Emery showcasing balance. And that was the conversation that we had with Coach John Famalo earlier today. Balance. What happens in this game? 19 from Caitlin Nilsson, 9 from Callie Jensen. And after that, I mean, it is huge balance. I mean, we're talking 6 points from Sage Curtis. She knocked down 2 triples. 5 points from Jabri Sharp. 4 points from Skylee Guyman. 4 from Addie Hurst. 4 from Aaliyah Callie. You could not ask for anything more. The way Emery plays this balanced style of offense, it's difficult. It really is when you have 12 kids that can come in and score the basketball.
I believe if Emery gets that kind of production, like you just read off, with that balance, this team can win a game or two or make a run in state like they did a year ago.
There's no doubt. They seem to be playing some of their best basketball right now. Before we talk about the Carbon Lady Dinos, I do want to get your thoughts on how Emery handled the press and how they dealt that press, because defensively they made life miserable on Carbon, specifically early on in this game.
Yeah, they handled the press well. They got the ball where they needed to. That's your safe spot. That's the safe zone. And then they scored off of it. And then they threw it at Carbon, and Carbon did struggle with it. And that first quarter, you could see that they kind of were flat-footed. They were a little bit shocked on how to move the ball, and they couldn't move the ball. And when they did, they turned the ball over, and the recipe shows 5 points.
Yeah, 5 points in that opening quarter. Outside of that, Carbon did score 8 in the second. They scored 17 in the third. And in talking with Coach Blank earlier today, that's what he was alluding to, where, hey, at times we're efficient. At times we score the ball. We got to put 4 quarters together. Again, they weren't able to do that tonight, but they show enough. They show flashes of what they're capable of doing. I don't think that's a bad basketball team on that other side of the floor. I really don't.
No, they have some pieces. And if they can just figure out a way to limit their turnovers and make their free throws, they could be a team that you don't want to play next month.
Right. No, I agree. especially when you're working your way up, right? When you're working your way up in the RPI, you're a dangerous team.
Exactly. It's just about playing your best towards the end of January into next month. And I know Carbon's riddled with injuries, but they have some kids over there that are tough, and they have JC who can score at any point, anywhere on the floor. I mean, that's a good basketball player. They have some nice pieces.
For Carbon, JC Jensen definitely controlled tempo early on in this game. I thought that Emery did a terrific job of really making life difficult on JC. There's no doubt. She's got a load to carry. She's got all kinds of experience, and we know what she's capable of doing. Still put together a great game. There were several players on this Carbon team that came off of the bench and actually delivered. Or I shouldn't even say off of the bench. I thought that Bailey Johnson out of the starting role was great tonight. She was very aggressive, specifically in the second half when they made those quick little bursts, right, to get back in the game, because we'd look up, it's a 19-point lead. All of a sudden, it's down to 12. A lot of that had to do with the aggressiveness of J.C. Jensen and Bailey Johnson.
Yeah, for a team like Carbon, they want to play physical, and when you're not allowed to play physical, it really hurts the tempo they want to play, and you could see that they had a lot of girls in foul trouble, and that's a tough thing. When you're in foul trouble, you can't be that aggressive, so you have to play kind of off ball. You got to defensively, you can't put your hands up, and you want to be handsy and touchy. And when you're in foul trouble, you can't do that, and Emery took advantage. They knew how the game was going to be officiated, so they took advantage of that situation. They got to the free throw line themselves, which then sets up that trap defense.
Coming into tonight's game, if we just take a look at the storylines coming into it, Emery averaging 45 points per game, easily eclipsed that mark. They were giving up 46 per game. They lowered that, right? You take a look at the turnovers, they're about 17. I don't have the official stat on turnovers, but I know they probably were about 17. I know they forced a lot more than 17. They won the turnover battle, there's no doubt.
Yeah, they did. In that first half is where Carbon turned the ball over. They did a better job in the second half of eliminating those, but that first half, Emery turned that team over basically every possession down the floor.
Emery was really above average in so many key statistics, including Kate Nielsen averaging 14 per game. Well, she eclipsed that. She had 19. Callie's averaging about 6 per game. She finishes with 9, right? Those are some of the key players. And then we take a look at Carbon. I mean, JC is averaging 14 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals per game. She is a do-it-all type player, and she was above in those categories as well. So I thought it was a competitive game. I know you look at the final score, you say 58-38. I've said this numerous times. You get rid of the first quarter, it's a little bit of a different game. With the loss, Carbon now 2-11 overall, 0-4 in league play. Emery on the flip side, 6-8 overall, 3-2 in league play. Not a bad way to start off the brand new year.
No, you get above 500, and then you inch closer to getting 500 overall at 6-8. There's still a lot of basketball left to be played this season. But again, this team really peaked towards the end of last season. They made that run, got to the state championship game, and really battled against Richfield in that game. And that's all you can ask for is just playing your best towards the end of January, into February, and then roll the dice at state.
I know here in just a moment we're going to be joined by Caitlin Nielsen, and we'll talk about tonight's game as Caitlin is actually making her way up to the broadcast table. I'll let you pass that headset on, and we'll talk to Kate about this outstanding performance tonight. Kate? Congratulations on the win. Thanks for coming up.
Yep, thank you.
Let's talk about this game. You were virtually unstoppable in that first quarter. You had 13 points. What was it that allowed you to really get into your rhythm and score at such high volume starting this game?
I would just say passes were good.
Mm-hmm.
My teammates were like getting me open shots so I could shoot them off. And also, I started to get into my person so I could get a free throw. And once I started getting into that, then I could start making layups.
A couple of times tonight, we saw Callie go over the top of the defense with an entry pass to you about 23 feet out. It's an incredible play to make. I don't know that you could play with too many girls that could actually make that play, but Callie does it night in and night out. And it really sets you up nice. I mean, it really does. So you got some girls that can facilitate. There's no question.
Yeah, I really do love them, and they're so good.
What does a win like this mean? I know you being a senior, right? You don't get too many more opportunities to go up against Carbon. It is a rivalry game. I know we try to downplay that going into the week, but the fact is, it's entertaining. It's exciting, right? The crowd is big. It's loud. We've said that this is a nice simulation, possibly, of a state championship game. You've played in one of those, so you know how loud it can get, right? What does it mean to get a win against Carbon on your home floor? Or does it matter at all? Like, is it different than any other game?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. We have to beat Carbon. I don't know. Every time we play him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it does mean a little bit
Yeah.
more. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it's the first time that you guys have played in quite some time. You had that long Christmas break. How was that?
It was good. We worked hard in practice. I think I got a little out of shape, but I'll get back into it.
Well, it is a long break. I was talking to Coach Famalo about it today, and you kind of need that, right? You kind of need a break to refocus, get to spend the holidays with your family, but now it's time to get to back to basketball. We were talking during the broadcast about the way you guys evolved last season. You guys started playing outstanding basketball around this time. This is around the same time you guys started finding your footing. Of course, you made that deep run. You got to the state championship. Do you feel that you guys have played your best basketball yet, or can you continue to get better and better?
I think we can keep getting better. There's always things to improve on, and we'll just keep working hard in practice.
Defensively, you guys definitely set the tone. I mean, that first quarter, the score at the end of the first quarter, it was 21-5. A lot of those points are coming off of forcing turnovers. And so was that part of the game plan tonight? Want to jump on these guys early, force some turnovers, get some quick, easy buckets?
Yep, that was basically it. We were just gonna press for a while and just kind of create turnovers, get the ball back to start an offense.
I know Coach Famalo put such a high emphasis on defense, doesn't he? This is where you guys are going to make your bread and butter, right?
Yep.
Okay, now that you guys have this one, it's in the bag. You can start making some noise now in region, sitting at 3-2. I know that loss to Canyon View was kind of a heartbreaker. That game was right there for the taking. That team is ranked number 3 right now in the RPI. And so once again, I mean, we talk about it. You guys are right there. I think you guys have yet to play your best ball, and there's some hay to be made here in the near future.
Yeah, I think the loss against Canyon View was hard, but it taught us a lot, and we're just going to come back from that and just keep pushing forward.
I do have to ask you about your mentality, because I've had this talk with Coach Famalo. I've had this talk with numerous softball coaches, whatever sport it may be. You have the killer mentality. You're the ultimate competitor. We saw it last year in the state championship when you were hobbled. You didn't want to come out of the game. All right, what is it that allows you to unlock that? I don't know that that's something you can teach someone. I think you're born with it, right? So can you talk to me about that kind of mentality that you have and that competitiveness?
Yeah, I don't really know where it comes from, but I just kind of get into the game, and I kind of play for my team. I don't play for myself. I want to win for my team, and I don't want to have to sacrifice that for them.
Yeah. Yeah, well, at times that's obvious, right? You're a very unselfish player out there tonight. You scored 19 points, 13 of that comes in the opening quarter. And so now it's a pretty normal schedule. We know we're going to be playing on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? So what does Wednesday look like for you guys after a win? How do you handle practice? How does Coach handle that?
I think we're just going to go over, like, some of our mistakes. And the boys are playing Carbon tomorrow, so I think it's going to be a short practice, so we can go cheer them on. But, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, rest a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And gear up for Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, Kate, congratulations on getting a win. I know it's always an important one, and you scored 19 points tonight. It's a blast to watch you play, and hopefully many more wins are in our future.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, that's Caitlin Nielsen again, player of the game tonight, as we talk Carbon and Emery. Final score 58-38. We'll send it back to the studio. More coming up on the post-game wrap-up show, brought to you by Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. It's Emery High School basketball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. We're back in just a moment.
At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
Discover the difference experience makes at Mr. Automotive in Huntington. With over 30 years dedicated to matching the perfect vehicle with the right person in Castle Country, we know a thing or two about cars and about saving you money. Thanks to our low overhead, we're able to pass incredible savings directly on to you. Drive away happy with a deal as reliable as our service. Visit Mr. Automotive today, where experience means savings and you meet your new car.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Emery Spartan basketball continues on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Again, the viewing audience on our YouTube channel. And Travis, I want to get your final thoughts on how Emery performed tonight and what a win like this can do going forward.
Thought they did a good job coming out early, were aggressive, and put their stamp down. They weren't going to allow this team, the Dino team, to hang around and maybe steal this game. So they came out and they blitzed them early on, 21-5.
21-5, that's how things got rolling. And then after that, really it was a competitive game. But every time Carbon would come out and push, Emery had an answer.
They did every time, and that's what you want to see from a team. Every time a team, makes that push, how do you answer back? And I thought they did a tremendous job of punching back.
I think we are going to continue our post-game coverage. I believe Coach Famalo will join us here at the broadcast table, and we'll get his final thoughts on this game tonight before we close out the broadcast. And then we will prepare for tomorrow night as we're back at it. The Carbon boys will take the court as they travel to Carbon, and we'll bring in Coach Famalo right now. Coach, congratulations on the win. I appreciate you taking the time to come up.
Hey, not a problem. Sorry it took me so long to get up here.
That's okay. Kate gives a great interview, so we're good.
Oh, yeah. I was giving her a hard time about that, so that's nice. She got on the radio.
That's great. Coach, 21-5 to start the first quarter, really. That was the difference in this game. It was fairly competitive outside of that first quarter.
Yeah, we came out good defensively, got some easy turnovers, got some easy baskets, and that just made the game a whole lot easier to have that cushion to play with throughout the game, because like you say, they played it pretty close from that point out.
It was kind of weird. I look up and, okay, we're up 19, and then a couple of minutes later you look up at 12.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It just kept going back like that.
Yeah, no, I knew they wouldn't go away. They're a good team, and so it's just one of those. We were fortunate to have, again, like that lead, and they just kind of kept biting into it a little bit, and fortunate enough we were able to continue to keep that lead, and the girls played well tonight.
We did talk to Kate about how she got off to such a hot start, scored 13 in that first quarter, but then she was scoreless in the second and third. What did Carbon do differently that made it difficult for Kate to get moving after that?
They really packed it in on her. They were doubling her. We had a hard time getting that high-low that we were looking for, and I mean, post-entry pass is one of the hardest passes for these girls to throw, and so, again, when you get another guy in there, that makes it even more difficult. So trying to find a play to be able to get it to her was tough, but I think she tried to do other things, whether it was rebounding, things like that, to affect the game. And so that's the type of player she is. She can do a lot of different things to affect the game, not just offensively. But again, you notice when she does not scoring, we kind of stall out a little bit, and so she's kind of our main force for sure.
Perimeter defense was fantastic. Took Carbon nearly 3.5 quarters to get their first three-point make in this game. I mean, it didn't come until really, really late. So even in the half-court set, Coach, I thought defense was just on point tonight.
Yeah, I mean, our girls were jumping to the spots, making sure they put the ball on the ground off that three-point shot. We know they're decent shooters, good shooters. And so that was the biggest thing, is just making sure we get a hand up in their face, make them put the ball on the ground, and the girls did that. They missed a few open ones, fortunately, but I think for the most part I was happy about our defense.
You and I talked about balance today, and when you look at the final, box score, balance again. I mean, Kate's got 19, Callie's got 9. After that, Sage had 6. You got 5 from Jabry. You just go down. Leah had 5. Addie had 5. 4, I mean, and Skyly had 4. I mean, it's just balanced. You guys have 9, 10 that can score and balance.
Yeah, I mean, we're fortunate to have that. The girls just pitch in where they can. Like you say, we put a lot of weight on Kate's shoulders. She does a good job, but when she doesn't, the girls, and again, it's not just one I can count on. There's usually 2 or 3 that we're looking at that can score and get us the buckets that we need to. So, fortunate enough that we had a lot of girls scoring, because we got a little bit of foul trouble and had to put a lot of girls in. And so, I was happy about that.
I didn't ask you this today because I didn't want to jinx it. I've done that before with you, I know. So I'm not going to ask Coach this question, but last year around this time, this is when you guys started playing your best basketball.
Yeah.
And it just took off from there, right? I mean, do you see the same thing happening?
Yeah, I mean, you can see it on the floor. The girls are starting to gel. They're starting to see each other. They're starting to be able to see. I mean, Callie had some great drive dishes to Kate in the middle. And so I think that's what I've been waiting for, is just to kind of put it together and figure out how to play together. That's one thing we haven't. This group has played a lot of varsity basketball, but we've always had some other pieces in there to kind of fill in. But they've been, second, third option. And so now having to be the main option, now it's like, okay, hey, what are we going to do? And, at times we look really good and at times we struggle, but I think they're starting to figure out, and I think we're playing some really good basketball right now.
I think that's the only downfall, right, to the RPI is when you have to insert a brand new group, these games count from the very beginning, right? Yeah. You don't get non-region games anymore. That doesn't matter.
No, I mean, I wish there was a little bit of weight to the region or whatever, whether it's strength of region or winning the region, things like that. But it is what it is. Sometimes it pays off. I feel like I'm hoping it's paying off because we played a really tough preseason, and I think it's starting to pay off just for the fact that our girls have seen really tough basketball and really good basketball teams, and so they're starting to figure out how they got to play to be able to play to that level.
We'll end with this, Coach. You coach football, basketball. You've been around these programs for so long. Can a win over a rival elevate the level of play, or is that something that maybe gets blown out of proportion? I mean, how have you seen that work in the past?
Like I say, it was for us getting Carbon last year at their place was kind of the catapult. I think for us, kind of put us in a great position RPI, and so I think hopefully this will do a little bit of the same. Maybe it's not the same magnitude because they weren't ahead of us in the RPI, but at the same time, I think our girls are recognizing, again, playing well together, and they're starting to gel, and so I think that's probably the most important thing, moreover than beating your rival. But I think right now we're playing really good basketball.
Coach, it's always fun to chat with you. Again, congratulations on the win tonight, and hopefully we keep the momentum moving forward.
I appreciate it, Jordan. Thank you.
Okay, that's going to do it for us. Again, the final score tonight, 58-38. Emery gets the win over Carbon, and we will be back tomorrow night at Carbon High School for the boys basketball game. For Travis Anderson, I'm Jordan Buscarini. As always, go Spartans.